In June of 2017, I moved back to Oklahoma after being away for 11 years. And July of 2017, opened Oklahoma Distilling Company, and we started having product go out the door in December. And during that time, we were getting ready to gear up to start a cidery right next to the distillery. And so we got the space in March, April of 2018. And during that time, we started the build out. We got cider coming in, got fresh pressed apples. And what we did is we started aging some of our ciders because everything we do, it's fresh pressed apples. And we want to do lengthy aging on them to just bring a really, really quality cider into Oklahoma. And so for us, we know where our apples are coming from. I physically go out to Virginia to work with a fourth generation orchardist to pick the apple varieties that are going to go into our ciders. And so what's exciting for me is my grad thesis was actually on honey wine. I learned winemaking, distilling, and brewing while I was out in Oregon in the Willamette Valley. And so not only did I get into, obviously distilling, I loved mead and I loved cider, I loved wine. And so when I came back to Oklahoma, I realized there was no cidery in Oklahoma. And I saw all these breweries popping up, and they're doing an excellent job. And it's kind of sad that there was no cider happening here, really as a cidery. And so we very quickly decided, hey, this is something I've always wanted to do. My wife, she's like, remember your grad thesis? Like, why not do that? And so March 23rd is going to be our grand opening for the cidery. We've been open for about a month, just kind of slowly seeing our numbers and trying to make sure that we have enough product on hand. Because last thing we want is people to come and us not have enough ciders for people. And so we're having to go out and get more apples, and we're fermenting mead, getting our mead ready as well. And we'll start slowly releasing mead in April. And as far as our focus in cider making, we call them weird ciders because, instead of just making something that you can get somewhere else, we decided to do things that would be a little bit more fun for us. So we have stuff like a sake bomb cider, where we actually make our own sake. We create our own koji culture and do some weird fermentation with that. We've got a Thai coconut green curry. We've got a mint julep where we're pairing with the distillery. We do a lot of different fortified ciders as well that'll come out. We're also going to, we do routinely have dinners in our space where we work with different chefs around town. And so for us, we do a lot of community-driven things. The activities that we bring in here, the events, are unique. A cider is a wine made from not grapes. Traditionally, when people think of cider, they think of apples and they think of pears. It's legally what we're making is a type of wine. There's different definitions and things like that, but legally this is a winery. That's why we do different things. But for us, cider making is using quality ingredients, getting fresh pressed apples, or fresh pressing them and using that juice to make alcoholic stuff. So it's adding yeast to it. We add other adjuncts. One of the things that's a reason a lot of people don't know much about ciders is most of the ciders on the market are terrible. They're made with concentrate. For me, using concentrate to make cider or wine would be like going to a coffee shop and getting instant coffee. If you know about beer, it would be like going into a brewery and not seeing any grain, but just seeing malt extract everywhere. And so for us, we are really focused on the quality of things and telling a story. So